So my first butterfly wing is done, and the second I also make the second, and I sew the all pieces together. In this video I will show you how to start the second wing without the cutting the thread, without just continue. It's easier to do with thread if you use only one color, but if you use 3 colors you just have to add colors very gently into the work, that you will not see them, and you will not see them on the back, so that your back also will look neat and as beautiful as the front. And also I will show you how to make the body of the butterfly the way I made it. So how to make your the second wing, how to start it. So when I was making the first wing, I started with a purple color, and as I was adding pink and orange, I was moving this thread, the first thread I used, with me, so that I will finish. When I will finish, I will have it here at the center of our work. And after that, what you will do, go again into the center where my orange color, or your color, whatever color you will use, and pull threads through and make probably 1 or 2 stitches. Depends on your tension. You need the same distance as here, probably 2 stitches, because when you will crochet around this purple part, the other colors, this is how much it will take you. This much. I think it's like 2 stitches for me. So I made 1, 2, and now I can make according to the diagram. Here we are, and we have, I put a red little triangle on it, but you have a star there, and it's easier, it will be easier if you will just turn it a little bit. To read this way, it's kind of much better. So this is how we will go. We will go and crochet 13 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. And then we will connect according to the diagram to the first stitch. So remember that we had 1, 2, so we have to go to the third stitch here, not to the other one, not the other way around. Then we make chain and we crochet our butterfly. 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, and 6. So this is where we add on the diagram. We're right here. We made that. And again, as before, going this way, chain 9, going back, again chain 9, going back, and crochet around. When you come to this area right here, when you will make few arches and you will crochet back with single crochet stitches, you will come to this place where you have this bridge between 2 wings. So you just go across it, just make a slip stitch with the thread behind, add another thread color, and continue crochet in the circle. And this is when your wings will be attached right away, so you don't have to cut thread and weave too much. So I will stop here because it's the same identical diagram, only the pointy parts are slightly different. I'll take this. It's easier for me to cut the diagram into half so that I will follow one. And so only pay attention to the differences between those parts here. They will be slightly different than here. I mean, they will be symmetrical when they look like that, but when you start crocheting, your first pointy part will be as the last here. So when you were crocheting this wing, this was your first part, and it's different from that one, so pay attention to those things. And so the body of the butterfly, this diagram that is given here, it's simple. It's this is the way they made it, but this is what I made before also. Here my butterfly from a few years ago, and I am not sure, I'm not really a big fan of the pattern itself, so I decided to go my own way, and I will show you how I made this so that it will look nice and neat. So I have Presencia Perle cotton number 8. I put 2 strands of thread together, and I'm using 1.5mm hook because it's easier to crochet 2 strands of thread, not to tangle anything, not to splice anything. It's just easier. And also the body of your the body of the butterfly needs to have room to weave in thread when you will sew the wings and finish the body of the butterfly itself. So I will show you how to make this body and how I made antennas, because my antennas are also a little bit different. So leave a little bit more here, tail, so that you can weave it later in, and we make 1 and 2. And then we go into the first stitch, and we start crocheting our, I think I pick up only 1 strand here. And crochet as we always usually crochet the Romanian cord. At first we will have only 1 bump here, and first start always quite not simple. Also, one more thing here, your thread will twist, so untwist. This is how I untwist. I just move cord around the hook. So continue crochet. You will have to make not very long piece, 1.25 inches. I made it a little bit longer, it did look kind of funny. And so this size is just perfect. If you use this kind of hook and thread, you can use also different thread. If you have number 10 thread that will match the butterfly wings, that will be great. I chose a little bit too dark of the thread. I'm not sure that colors work so well. I just wanted to make it bright for the lesson. Something to spice up a little bit Irish crochet lace that is done in 1 color normally. And I believe that this butterfly that crocheted in 1 color will also look very pretty. And those of you who like paint your crochet pieces, as Luna Heavenly does, go ahead and do that. Create your own little creature. So I do not crochet tight here. Normally I do, and I teach and I tell everyone crochet tight, but in this case crocheting tight will only go against you when you will want to sew the wings and weave in thread. You need room to hide all that, and believe me, after you will weave in all those thread pieces, this body of the butterfly will become stiff. So here I think I have the right size. I don't have my ruler, so I'll measure like that. So the same size. After that, I will pick up a different hook, the same hook as I was crocheting butterfly. I was using a different thread. It's also Perle from Iris, and it's a little bit thicker than DMC and even Presencia, so I use hook 0.9. So if you have Iris thread, this right here, Perle Iris, use 0.9 hook. It's just not easy for me. It wasn't easy to crochet with 0.75 hook. So now you have two strands of thread, so be careful here. I chose, as you see, I have two different colors actually here, so, and it's not, I didn't do it on purpose, it just happened because I don't have this thread in two, just one ball of each color. I just found it one day and bought it. So now, actually finish this body, trying to make it right here. I need only this color. This color can stay. I think I just better go this way, yeah. Well, forget what I did. I have to come back and fix this. Okay, now turn. When you turn, this is when you switch the hook and pick up dark color or light color, whatever you want. If you pick up lighter color, it will be very visible, that body of the butterfly of two different colors, so that's why I took this. And now I will pick up only two. You see they have two bumps. I will pick up one bump, go through both of them, and here go through that, kind of split this a little bit here so that the antennas will not end up on one side, and crochet antenna 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I would say 9 or 10, depends again on your tension. And let me zoom a little bit. And here I will make a puff stitch into the second stitch from the hook. We are not counting stitch on the hook, so I will skip this one and I will make puff stitch over there. Puff stitch is made yarn over, go into the stitch, pick up thread, again yarn over, and go into the same stitch, pick up thread and pull it through. Crochet all those stitches together, finish with slip stitch, and go into the same place, into the same stitch, to close it with slip stitch. And you'll have that little bump like that. You can put a bead in there, but I was afraid to put beads in, so that beads are kind of heavier than thread, and I wanted my antennas to stay up a little bit, not collapse, not being like, you know, thread is soft. So, and then into the chain, crochet slip stitches. Into each stitch of the chain, all the way to the base of the chain, finish here, and let's see. Now turn the body of this butterfly and go to this side where the other two bumps. Pick up those bumps, pull threads through, and through the last stitch. And you could see how even it becomes. So now I will make another chain of 9 stitches, 9 or 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and again a puff stitch in our second stitch from the hook. Like this. Now it's not easy to get in on those small stitches. And again, all of them together, slip stitch, another slip stitch in the same stitch where the puff stitch is, and continue slip stitches on the chain like this. Well, this is where I need my magnifiers, but I have camera and it's not easy. I look at my hands and work through my camera piece. Okay, now you will want to insert the hook into this area again and pull through all that like this. Now you can cut thread both pieces long enough for weaving like this. So those little bumps actually give you antennas that look like that. And now you just pick up needle and weave this and that inside the body of the butterfly. This cord will become stiffer and it will be much better. You can even put wire inside if you want to give butterfly a shape. It's up to you. And then when your both wings are ready, you can sew the butterfly body to the wings. But first sew the wings together. If you had them separately, if you made them the way I showed you just a minute ago, they will be already almost connected, but still will be nice to connect them at a few points, and then sew it to the body of the butterfly. And when you will sew, make sure, you see how it looks like, make sure that thread is not shown here anywhere. Try to sew in such a way that you will move this colorful thread inside the body of the butterfly so that you will not see it. And Romanian cord is really generous. Inside there are a lot of room, and it's easy to weave in such a way that you will not see other color. I weaved inside orange actually, so you cannot really see what and where. So this is how the butterfly will look like. One more thing I will show you, how to manipulate a pattern a little bit and make your own butterfly. I was looking at this and decided to make my own, adding bullion stitch that I really like. So as you see on this diagram, we have those chains and arches. I didn't have them. I didn't make them actually. I made this in the center for my butterfly. I made a magic loop, and into magic loop I made bullion stitches. I have them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 bullion stitches that made this kind of fan, half circle. This is what our butterflies look like if you look at the real butterfly, right? So this is what I was trying to change, just manipulate the pattern the way I want. Of course it's going to be much different, and you can add a lot of things, but the rest I was actually doing the same way. So I had those connecting chains that connect bullion stitches. I crocheted around this single crochet stitches. I tied my magic ring. I didn't tie it enough. I didn't want it really. Actually, I was thinking to make another wing and make here, put a little bead in there, something sparky or something yellow. I don't know. I'm thinking. Just talking. my thoughts, telling you. And instead of double crochet stitches, as you see, I made bullion stitches here. Also, I added bullion stitches in the diagram right in here, right after the last double treble. After that I made my bullion stitch, made picot, and continued with the pattern. And then also I did the same here. Here I actually added 2 of the bullion stitches for my pointy part of the wing. And one more addition to the wing is those other 2 picots on 2 arches, and you make them with the second color, with pink. Those stitches, when you go around and make single crochet stitches right here, and those high stitches on the points. So I made picots here just to add extra something to the butterfly, a different personality. So this is how to make. Just look at the diagram, make a lot of butterflies, and then it will start clicking for you what to do and how to change it and make something absolutely different from what you see. This is really interesting, very simple and very interesting diagram, and I like it, so you can make out of it a lot of different things. Good luck and enjoy crocheting butterflies, and show me all of them in the group. I would love to see what you make and create.